Alrighty. Sweet. So, I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I have such an enormous backlog of stuff to show off that it's genuinely crazy. Like today, I took 60 pictures of like 3 batches, and there's so much more that you can't see just to the left of everything. But I got to get caught up on some stuff, so be expecting a lot of point showcase videos here coming soon. But these, I haven't really done in like just one big batch. They've just kind of accumulated over time, and I was like, well, I need to show off the big blades. So this is a big blade video. So yeah, let's see. And I should say, I apologize for any rummaging noises that are in the background of the video. My cat's currently digging through his paper box trying to make himself a nest. So with that out of the way and all the strange noises explained, let's take a look here. Where do we start? There's a lot of choices here. I've also, I just in case people see this video and don't see the one before this with the jewelry that I made for Christmas, this is going to kind of be like the new showcase setup. It's just easier having stuff up in my workroom than it is having everything down in the garage. So, and also, it's cold. It's very, very cold outside. Iowa winters are not fun at all. So, yeah, this is just going to kind of be the new way we do stuff. So yeah, let's take a look at stuff. I want to start here. Let's move everything to the side here so we can get stuff all front and center. Let's start with this big old mahogany piece. This was kind of like the first big blade that I ever kind of gave a go, like my honest go at. And I did so because this mahogany obsidian isn't the best grade. You can see how the flakes are really choppy compared to like some of the smoother stuff. And I kind of explain it like it has like a rough paper texture, you know? And this stuff, it was okay. I mean, it had like ash pockets in it, which really weren't all that fun to work through. But I had some really good flakes going across here, and I was like, well, I don't want to just make this into some like thing because I don't much really like this type of obsidian, if I'm being honest. I like other types of mahogany, just not this type of stuff. I believe I got it from Neolithics. I think. Yeah, I believe I got this stuff from Neolithics, but this is just a big old blade that I made, and it was kind of like my first step and everything. So, I got, well, speaking of steps, I got step fractures all over it and stuff, and some weird, like, interesting, like, dive flakes, but I was able to get something out of it, which I'm quite happy with. And I do have my tape measure out here, so we're going to be taking size measurements here. So this one measures in right at, oh, let's do 5 5/8, 5 5/8 inch long, 2 3/4 wide, maybe just a shade under, and it's thin. It's thin enough for me to be happy. I don't know if it's going to want to focus on it at all, but yeah, like a reasonably thin big blade. I was happy with it, happy enough to keep it. And then after that, I just was kind of like, oh, I should make some more big blades, but I didn't really sit down and get around to doing so until after this one, because this was another one that I just kind of decided to make with some stuff that I was working with, kind of just together in like a batch. And this is like some of that peach pit obsidian. Oh my goodness, I forgot to turn my phone off. Where did it go? Oh no. One second. One second. I don't want to have my phone buzzing on me when I'm doing my stuff. Okay. Yeah, back to this one. So this is some peach pit obsidian. I had a nice big chunk with some good translucent sections to it. Did real good on the flaking of this one. I was really happy with how clean and consistent I got it. And it was kind of like one that sort of confirmed to me, like, oh yeah, you're capable of doing this. You can do this. You should try it more. So this one turned out really good. Again, nice and thin, nice and very, very thin. I do have my little lantern, so we'll do a translucency little test here, but get the size first. I'm going to say 4 3/8, and then kind of at the widest section, right at 2.5, like smack dab 2.5. Then let's see here. Let's see if I can... Yeah, sweet. I got my little lantern here. Oh yeah, this stuff is pretty. This stuff is pretty. Look at the streaks running through it too. And that's beautiful. Definitely something that looks really, really nice. I really enjoyed this stuff, like a lot. Because it's just cool to see the flow lines and stuff, but yeah. That was another good one. That was another really, really good one that I liked. And then after this one, I actually kind of decided to start trying to make some actual like big blades intentionally. So that's kind of after that one. So I'm sort of showing you these in order. I made this black butter blade. That's fun to say. It's a black butter blade, yeah. This stuff was fun. I kind of am really tempted to take this and continue making it into something because I would love to make a Clovis out of this stuff. And I've gotten real good at doing Clovises here recently because there's just no translucency to it at all. It's just jet black. You know, got it thin enough. Some real good flake scars on there. But yeah, very, very pleased with this one. This was kind of the first one that like I intentionally made with the intent of making it big. Size-wise, we're sitting at 4 1/8, and then 2 1/8. It's not too bad. There is no translucency to this one at all. Like I said, it's just jet black. It is just straight jet black. So I'm hoping it's showing up on camera pretty well. But yeah, another really, really good blade. I was happy with that one. And then I made, well, at the time, what was my largest blade. It was this big honker right here. It's silver sheen, so you can see the silver sheen kind of showing up there. Nice big flake scars on this. Had this really interesting little patch of crap right here that I just couldn't clean up, but it didn't really bother me none. You know, just kind of worked my way through it. It's kind of got a little bit of a greenish tinge to it. Was able to get it very, very thin, like very nice and thin. Like I was quite happy with it. Yeah, you can kind of see the silver effect there where it shows up. It's hard to see from certain angles, but once you get like a good angle on it, you can really see it. But yeah, this one, I was very, very happy with this one. Shooting some of these long ones that were going into here and like up into here, those were scary. Those are really scary. Like that one, shooting that one all the way up into there, because I remember I had a bunch of step fractures there and had to shoot it all the way across. You can kind of see that uneven zone right there where it was, where I had stuff sitting around. That was a nerve wracker. That was a nail biter for sure. But it turned out good. Size-wise, like I said, this was the biggest at 5 3/4. And 2 3/8. And then it does have that translucency. Let's take our lantern. Whoa, that is a... Excuse me? Oh, okay. Huh. I didn't know it did that. Huh. That threw me off. Yeah, let's see if we can... It's kind of got like that greenish tinge to it. I don't know what that comes from, but like it's also got like a bunch of particles in it. It's super sweet stuff. Like it looks sick in person. It's kind of hard to see because it gets a little blown out by the light of the lantern. But yeah, some real nice translucency to that one. It's just like a messy obsidian. It's cool. I don't know. I was really, really a fan of this one when I got it all finished up. But yeah, and then I was like, well, I'm going to make another big one because I just finished this bad boy. Why not make another big one? So I got this. This was a gigantic black piece of obsidian that I got from a fella. It was a 78-pound piece, and I spalled it in half, and then I took this half and made it into a gigantic, just a huge honkin', big old chunky Papa Bear of a blade. It's huge. It's got a little bit of translucency to it, but it's a very like pure obsidian. It's super duper cool. I was very, very happy I was able to get this one as big as I did too, because it was, I didn't have too much to work with. I wish I would have been able to get rid of that step fracture stuff right there, but it just wasn't going to work out because I kind of stalled out here and I couldn't shoot flakes across into the center. And I didn't want to dive into there and break this in half or something silly like that. But yeah, it still turned out extremely nice. Like very, very nice. And this was my biggest again. Well, like I guess this still is like my biggest. It's just not my longest. Because this one was, I'm going to say like 6 5/8. No, 6.5. 6.5 by just a shade under. It's 2 7/8. 2 7/8 inch wide. And translucency wise, this one doesn't have a bunch. How am I going to hold this big honker? It's very subtle. Just kind of like that slight yellowish green that shines through in the really thin areas. But there's like no color. There's nothing to it. It's not like super crazy or fancy in that regard. But it does look sweet. And then I got to what I would call my magnum opus of obsidian pieces. My biggest. I made a Danish dagger. I forget. I think it's a Type 2. Let's get this out of here so we can have it all. You can have the showroom to itself. A Danish dagger out of some rainbow obsidian. Again, I got this from the fellow who sold me a bunch of rock as well, and it is like in the video. The colors are not done a justice. It is beautiful blues, greens, purples, pinks. It's all kinds of stuff. And like, you know, it was like a gigantic long rectangle. Like it was just a brick. It was a gigantic thick brick. So I think they call them like percussion slabs. So I percussed this out. This is no slab, and it went pretty dang well. I tell you what, I was stressing something fierce working on this honker here. Because this is like, this is a good one. This is a really, really good one. As far as, oh, there you go. There's some of the colors coming through there. Yeah. I was very, very pleased when I got this one done. And I was pretty much like, yep, we're done for the day. We're ending on a high note. We are not going anywhere past this. And it was starting to get to the point where I was just still doing stuff. And I was like, I need to stop. I just need to stop. I need to stop messing with it. I need to stop screwing with it because I'm going to break it. I'm going to mess it up. And I don't even think it is my longest 100%. Eight and a quarter. 8 1/4. Jeez. And then it's at like 1 3/4 in the center there. And then I'm pretty sure this one looks like sweet with the translucency on it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's got some cool like clouding going through, and that's all like 3D. Like there's depth to that, which is just so cool. I'm looking how it like thins out near the tip there and gets extra clear. This stuff is beautiful. It's just beautiful. And I'm so glad I was able to make a gigantic blade out of it. Are you kidding me? I was stoked. I was thrilled. I was so thrilled. But yeah, the like I said, these have just kind of been accumulating. Started with the big mahogany blade. Then I went to this one, just kind of making it in with a batch of other stuff. And I made the black butter one. And I made my big old silver sheen one. My big dog, and then the rainbow obsidian blade, which, yeah, quite the selection to have made so far. It's been fun, like actually getting good at stuff. You know what I mean? It's like I can make this stuff now, which is like the stuff that I wanted. So it's like sick. And like my only real limitation now is just like pieces of material and size and stuff like that. But yeah, it's nice to be able to make this kind of stuff, and I'm kind of glad that I got to finally get around to showing these on video because they've just kind of been hanging out for a while. But yeah. If you guys have any questions for me, or want to leave your comments, or let me know which one is your favorite, because I love it when people tell me which one's their favorite and which one they like the most. Do leave them in the comment section below. Feel free to subscribe if you like this stuff. And as I said kind of in the beginning, this is the new setup. This is what we're going to be doing with like showcases. We're going to be showing things off indoors on my little workbench here. And I have a crazy, crazy backup that I really need to kind of get like figured out because there is a lot that I got to show you guys. So stay tuned for all that stuff. Thanks, you guys. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got myself tripped up. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.